Let me ask you something. What's the most important thing to you as a fan of your football club? The badge? The colours? The fans? The stadium? Or maybe something else? Well, what do you think is the most important thing for the owner of said club? Money, money, and more money. And that's why when it comes to the scheduling of football games, fans who actually go to the stadium suffer, taken for granted, constantly rescheduling season fixtures based on prime television times, not the convenience of the attending fans to the stadiums, the people who generate the atmosphere that benefits the broadcast and players. And it's because the owners and TV channels know those fans will never neglect their club, so they can afford to put them last. Talking about the product that is the Premier League, its chief executive Richard Masters said, "Our clubs produce exciting, competitive football featuring the best players and managers in the world, which is followed by billions of fans globally." And to my point, he then added, "and supporters fill in stadiums each week." That alone lets you know the hierarchy of importance. The success of the Premier League is underpinned by its global appeal, and fans filling out stadiums is now just a nice bonus aesthetic and background noise. But funnily enough, when it comes to generating revenue, it's one of the most important revenue streams of every single club. For most football teams, the first is broadcasting revenue, money earned from TV rights deals. The more the club is on TV, the more money they earn. Then it's commercial revenue, money earned from advertising and partnerships with other brands, promoting through things like shirt sponsors and banners. Nowadays, even stadium names are for sale. The third, matchday revenue, money earned from ticket sales, food and hospitality. This is generally money earned from fans of the football club. So it's interesting to see, despite the extraordinary increases in revenue that the Premier League teams have seen due to television arrangements, match-related money is still a significant part of their overall revenues. The average matchday revenue for a Premier League club is around £1 million, with most of the top clubs reaching £2, £3 and even nearly £4 million every matchday. With such big contributions, it's just disheartening. From the fans' perspective, a new report has revealed that the average Premier League supporter is spending over £3,000 per season and up to 13% of their annual salary to follow their team. This includes the cost of an adult season ticket, TV subscriptions, cost of shirts and merchandise, match programs, away tickets, and the cost of away travel. Question: do you think football clubs can survive without their fans? Well, because of the pandemic, there was a unique opportunity to actually test this out. First, as fans couldn't go to games, it meant that hardly any merchandise could be sold, and the catering and hospitality sector was non-existent. And we all realized the game in general is totally different. Even on the pitch, a study by researchers at Northumbria University and University of Leeds looked at the game across Europe in this period. Their findings were fascinating. They found that home advantage is actually a thing. Home crowds cheered on the home team to better performance and also influence referees' decision making. In almost 5,000 games across 11 countries, the home teams accrued significantly fewer points and scored fewer goals with crowds absent. They even found that referees gave more fouls and yellow cards against away teams when the home crowd was present, with squad quality the only thing to dilute this effect. But most importantly, the soul of the game was lost. Imagine the Anfield Cup without fans. Ultimately, even the owners will not be able to sell football as a product with no fans in the terraces. I think the end game will be a replica of American leagues. This is where fans only attend their team's home games. And because there are no away fans to consider, this will then lead to games being played around the world. Let's take a global team like Man United. Game 1 of the season will be at Old Trafford. Game 2 will be in India. Then they will meet their opponents for their third game in New York. All Premier League games. Globalization made the Premier League great. It might be the same thing that destroys it. Sharing is caring, right? Till next time. Peace!